If you were just 50 failures away from any goal, how quickly would you want to fail? Because if you really think about it, that's all life is. Whatever your goal is, whether it be your physique, money, or relationships, I guarantee you, you are only a certain number of failures away from getting what you want. And that is the mindset shift that I want to share with you today.
And here we go.
I see so many guys not achieving the things that they want because they're scared of failure. And I do not understand why. Because how do you expect to figure anything out until you find out what doesn't work first? Because it's very unlikely that you're going to try something once and it's going to immediately work on the first try. Which means if you want to try and succeed at anything, you're gonna have to fail at it first. And the reason you haven't succeeded at the thing you want yet is because you're scared of failure. You're scared of putting in all this time and effort into something and not getting anything out of it and being like, oh fuck, I just wasted all my time. But what if you flip this mentality on its head? What if instead of thinking like a little bitch who will never achieve anything in his life, you start thinking like a winner? And instead you think, I am only a certain number of failures away from achieving anything that I want. So why don't I just start looking forward to the failures? Because that means I'm one step closer to figuring out what actually works. Because imagine there's two people. This is a true story, by the way. Imagine there's two people who start creating content at the exact same time, and they're uploading consistently for a couple of months without getting barely any views. One of them says, oh man, everybody's laughing at me and making fun of my channel. This is harder than I thought, so he stops posting content. The other guy says, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do whatever it takes and continuously upload day after day after day until I figure this shit out. I'm the second guy, by the way, if you haven't figured that out already. But do you see the difference? You see how I'm always gonna succeed in the end and he's not? Because the one thing that held him back is the thing that I look forward to. And this goes for everything in life. Training in the gym, making more money, talking to girls, it doesn't fucking matter because you are only a certain number of failures away from getting the result that you want. And when you think like this, the journey and the process to get to where you want to go becomes so much more exciting because the challenges are now entertaining. The failures are more invigorating and you get to go through life like, that didn't work, but the next thing might. That didn't work, but the next thing might, over and over and over again until one of them inevitably works. So you might as well embrace it. When I first started out in the gym and I was making no progress for the first 5 to 6 years, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm not seeing any progress. All these guys on steroids fucking lied to me. But in the back of my mind, I was still optimistic. I was like, you know, if I just keep trying shit, eventually one of these routines is gonna fucking work. And after so many failed attempts of finding the right exercises and the right training split and the right diet plan, one of them fucking clicked. And that's how you have to see failure with everything in life. No matter what goal you want to achieve, think to yourself, my goal is here and I'm currently in this position and my chances of pulling it off on the first try are slimmer than an anorexic chick.
What?
Which means there's gonna be failures along the way. So you might as well figure out a way to deal with all of these failures as effectively as possible until you get to your goal. And the best way to deal with these failures is to look forward to them. Another way to deal with them is to look at someone who already has the results that you want in the thing that you want to achieve and think to yourself, if he can do it, I can do it too. Take me, for example. If you want a physique like mine, look at me and be like, well, fuck, if he can do it after looking the way he did 3 years ago, that proves it's possible. And because it's possible, that means I can do it too, because now you understand that you are only a certain number of failures away from getting to where I am now. And if you want to decrease the number of failures that you experience down to 0, you can sign up for a one-on-one call with me and we'll go through all the problems that you're currently facing when it comes to your training, your nutrition, or your mindset. And I'll build you a personalized plan where I'll walk you through all the steps of the process and we'll stay in touch the entire time with no extra charge until you get your desired result. I fucking guarantee it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it is possible. If it doesn't defy the laws of fucking physics, that means that you are only a certain number of failures away until you achieve it. So instead of going into everything in life thinking that you're going to fail, look at it from the lens of, this is the thing that I want. I'm realistically only a couple of failures away. And if I just keep trying, eventually I'm going to figure it the fuck out. That didn't work, next. That didn't work, next. That didn't work, next. And then boom, you fucking get it and you win. That's all life is. It's just failure. Thomas Edison, the guy that created the light bulb, failed 1,000 fucking times before he succeeded. And no one ever talks about the 999 times that it didn't work. They only remember the one time that it did. And now he's going to be remembered for the rest of time because he saw failure as just one more way that it didn't work, which means he was one step closer to figuring out what did work. So look forward to the failures. It's not going to be over 1,000 like the light bulb. It's more realistically going to be anywhere between 10 and 50. But I guarantee you that if you genuinely put your heart and soul into it, and you wake up every single morning with the desire to achieve whatever goal that you have, you are less than 50 failures away from 95% of the shit that you want in life. You want to get in better shape? Go do 50 workouts. You want to get better at speaking? Record 50 videos. You want to find your purpose? Go try 50 different fucking business models, because you are only a certain number of failures away from achieving anything that you want. You can go through life being a miserable little bitch and think failure is the end of the world and let it cripple you for life. Or you can look at everything as an opportunity and think to yourself that it might not have worked this time, but now I know one more way that it doesn't work, which means I'm one step closer to finding out what actually does work. I hope that makes sense, because I talk to guys all the time and I'm like, how quickly do you want your dream physique? And they're like, I want it before summertime. I'm like, all right, cool. How many different training plans, diet plans, and mentality shifts have you tried? And they're like, none. And I'm like, well, why? And they're like, because I'm scared of failure. And I'm like, well, how the fuck do you expect to get there then? Like, bro, I'm trying to fail as quickly as possible. I've tried calisthenics, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, bro split, Arnold split, push-pull legs, full body, upper lower, high carb, high fat, low fat, no sugar, no gluten. Like, I'm trying to figure out what does not work as fast as fucking possible and get through all the failures as quickly as I can, because by that time, I'll know everything that doesn't work. And then boom, I fucking figured it out, because I'm not scared of failure. Because if you really think about it, we're all gonna die one day, and you only get one shot at this shit on this planet. I don't know what you believe in terms of reincarnation, but that's a whole nother rabbit hole in and of itself. But just take this quote with you anytime the fear of failure creeps back into your mind. If you were just 50 failures away from any goal, how quickly would you want to fail? But I hope you got some value from this, bro. Remember, success is not the best revenge, it's the only revenge. And I'll see you in the next one.